So what you're going to do when you are graphing with a table, you're going to do this a bunch of times in here in every single chapter. So this is something we're learning now that you will use in every single chapter. Learn it. This is what we're going to graph. We're going to graph p of x equals negative x squared. First thing you want to do is figure out what is that parent function, which I've already told you right here, y equals x squared. And then from there, we want to look at what the transformations are from x squared to make it into negative x squared. So this negative, the question is that negative being squared, or does that negative happen after the square? A hint, if the negative is being squared, it would be in parentheses with the square. So I would know to square the negative also. So is the negative being squared? It is not. So this is vertical because it's on the outside. Vertical because it's outside. Outside. So now, how do we describe that? That is a vertical reflection. So if you forget how to do it, then you pull out your object you're reflecting, you go up and down, you go, oh, that's a reflection in the what, Preston? In the what axis? X-axis. So that's our transformation. Reflect in the x-axis. Because that's the axis we're reflecting in, aka over. Now, for the table, you first start out by picking whatever x's you want and finding the x squareds. I like to use negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Because those will give us nice answers to graph. And then from there, all I do is square those numbers. So if I don't have this memorized, it's okay. Negative 3 times negative 3 is 9. Negative 2 times negative 2 is 4. Negative 1 squared is 1, 0, 1, 4, 9. So I didn't have to go back and look at my chart. You can. But you won't have that chart on a quiz or a test. You just need to pick some x's and square them. Now, what did we do to the x squared to make it into negative x squared? What you do? You multiplied by negative 1. So we do the exact same thing. We multiply by negative 1. So now I have negative 9, negative 4, negative 1, 0, negative 1, negative 4, negative 9. And that's where we left off, correct?
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to graph our parent function first, and we're going to dash that. So I'm going to ignore my new column. I'm just going to graph the parent function, which is a parabola. And if you don't know what points I'm graphing, because I'm not saying them out loud, they're in the table. No, it's not done. Not to everybody. I love that song, though. Negative 3, 9. Negative 2, 4. Negative 1, 1. 0, 0. 1, 1. 2, 4. 3, 9. They're squares of the x. Then our next job is to graph the transform. So we're going to graph it where it's flipped down. So what we do is we ignore the original y's. We use the same x's. We use the new y's. So negative 3, negative 9. Negative 2, negative. Oh, I'm not in the right place. Shoot. Negative 1, 0, 0. 1, negative 1. I have an extra dot. I use something that doesn't erase, and I made an extra dot. Oops. So now we have our parent function, and we have our flipped, reflected new function. Press. For now, yeah. It's going to be like that for a while, so yeah. Okay. Now, if I go too fast, I am making a video, fingers crossed it works, I'm making a video where you could go back and watch it later. Okay. The next, the student practice, it says we're going to state the parent function and transformation, and then we're going to draw a quick sketch of each of the following. The quick sketch is actually on the next page because it didn't print correctly, but I'm going to just put it on this page. So there's like 3 graphs on the next page. We're just going to put on this page because it messed up. So the first question, family of f of x equals negative absolute value of x. What family is that? That's words, absolute value. Parent function, that's f of x equals absolute value of x, or you could put y equals absolute value of x. It's just the absolute value by itself, x. Then when we describe the transformations, how did we get from absolute value of x to negative absolute value of x?
Reflection over the x-axis.
Reflect what?
Over the x-axis.
Reflect what?
Y-axis.
Oh, no.
Whatever that is.
Reflect what? In
Oh my god.
the x-axis. You were saying the correct axis, you were just saying the wrong words. I know, because I want to say over so bad, but I'm the teacher, so I should probably say it correctly.
But no one is gonna.
Until you get that one professor in college that, oh, you put over minus 100.
Whoa.
I don't know.
They actually
100.
Okay, so now we're going to sketch. When I mean sketch, you don't have to do numbers. What does the absolute value function, parent function, normally look like? A V, and it's kind of like right in the middle of both quadrants. And then we reflect it. It's going to be upside down. There you go. That is a quick sketch. See, I didn't even do numbers. I just made the general shape of it and flipped it over. Yeah. So there's a bunch of those in homework that are just quick sketches, so it